Hello, everyone. This is WCBB5 fan here, and we have reached the midway point of the NFL 2022 season, and so it's time for Week 9 of the broadcast information. So let's begin. Anyway, um, let's start with the CBS does have a doubleheader this week, but I'm actually going to start with the Fox schedule, and there's a reason why I'm doing that. I'll get to that when a little bit later on. So first up, we've got on Fox is the Green Bay Packers at the Detroit Lions. That game will be called by Kevin Burkhardt, Greg Olson, um, Aaron Andrews, and Tom Rinaldi. And the referee for this game is Trey Blake. And many of you will get this game. Up next, we've got the Los Angeles Chargers at the Atlanta Falcons. That game will be announced by Kenny Albert, Jonathan Vilma, and Shannon Spake. Um, yeah. And the referee for this game will be John Hussey, and you will get this game if you live in the following media markets. Um, let's see. Kansas City, Missouri, Topeka, Kansas. Um, looks like Jackson, Mississippi, Tupelo, Mississippi. Um, looks like Northeast Louisiana as well. Any meat market in Alabama. Any meat market in Georgia. Knoxville, Tennessee. Panama City, Florida. Tallahassee, Florida. Honolulu, Hawaii. Eugene, Oregon. Santa Barbara, California. Bakersfield, California. Los Angeles, California. And San Diego, California. And okay, so next game we've got is the Minnesota Vikings at the Washington Commanders. That game will be called by Chris Myers, Mark Schlereth, and Christina Pink. And you will get this game if you live in the follow. No, the referee for this game is Jerome Boger, and you will get this game if you live in the following meat markets. Any meat market in New Mexico. Any meat market in Texas except Houston. Any meat market in Oklahoma. Any meat market in Nebraska. Any meat market in South Dakota. Any meat market in North Dakota. Any meat market in Minnesota. Des Moines, Iowa. Cape Girardeau, Illinois, or Missouri. I think I'm having trouble. I'm not very good remembering cities that much. Sorry about that, guys. But anyway, Cape Girardeau is. You'll also get this game as well. You'll also get this game if you live in any meat market in Virginia, Baltimore, Maryland, Washington, D.C. Actually, any meat market in Maryland, Washington, D.C., Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, Scranton, Pennsylvania, Syracuse, New York, Watertown, New York, and Albany, New York. Next up, the Carolina Panthers at the Cincinnati Bengals. That game will be called by Kevin Kugler, Mark Schlereth. No, Kevin Kugler, Mark Sanchez. Excuse me. Kevin Kugler, Mark Sanchez, and Laura Oakman. And the referee for this game will be Alex Kemp, and you will get this game if you live in the following meat markets. New Orleans, Louisiana, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Columbia, any meat market in South Carolina, any meat market in North Carolina, Charlottesville, West Virginia, Louisville, Kentucky, Lexington, Kentucky, any meat market in Ohio except Toledo, and Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Lastly, the late game will be the Seattle Seahawks at the Arizona Cardinals. That game will be called by Adam Amin, Daryl Johnston, and Pam Oliver. And the referee for this game will be Carl Cheffers. And you will get this game if you live in the following media markets. Let's see. Any meat market in Alaska, any meat market in Washington, San Francisco, California, Sacramento, California, Fresno, California, any meat market in Arizona, any meat market in Nevada, any meat market in Idaho, Missoula, Montana. Actually, no, any meat market in Montana except Billings. Chicago, Illinois, Indianapolis, Indiana, Jacksonville, Florida, Miami, Florida, Buffalo, New York, Rochester, New York, New York City, New York, Burlington, Vermont, and Providence, Rhode Island, and Boston, Massachusetts. So yeah, so now we're going to talk about the games on CBS. So yeah, but before we begin though, I do want to make an announcement. For those of you that live in the Detroit media market, you guys will not be getting an early game on CBS at all because the NFL only allows up to 4 games to be airing opposite a local team's game, and if the CBS station in Detroit, which is what is the let me look. I'm gonna look up the call letters for the CBS station. There it is. WWJ-TV channel 62. If that station were to air a Lions game, that would go up to 5 because they already have 4. There was 2 other times when the Lions were airing on a local, were playing a home game, and a game was and a competing game was airing, and then there's 2 other times later this season where that'll happen as well. So that's why the CBS station is not going to show a local early game opposite a Lions game this week. So yeah. But as for the other media markets, you guys don't have to worry about that. Well, if you guys have DirecTV in Detroit, and you guys are in Detroit, you'll get any of these early games that I'm about to discuss. So first up, we've got on CBS are the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. That game will be called by Ian Eagle, Charles Davis, and Evan Washburn, and the referee for this game is Lan Clark. Many of you are going to get this game. Next up, we've got the Miami Dolphins and the Chicago Bears. That game will be called by Kevin Harlan, Trent Green, and Melanie Collins. The referee for this game is Ron Torbert. And you will get this game if you live in the following media markets. Let's see. We've got Fargo, North Dakota, any media market in Minnesota, any media market in Wisconsin except Green Bay, Cedar Rapids, Iowa, Quad Cities, Illinois, Peoria, Illinois, Springfield, Illinois, Chicago, Illinois, Grand Rapids, Michigan, what's that city's name? Flint, Michigan, any media market in Alabama, Honolulu, Hawaii, Panama City, Florida, Tampa Bay, Florida, Orlando, Florida, Fort Myers, Florida, West Palm Beach, Florida, and of course, Miami, Florida. Next up, the Indianapolis Colts and New England Patriots. That game will be called by Greg Gumbel, Adam Archuleta, and AJ Ross. Yep. And you will get this game. The referee for this game will be Clay Martin, and you will get this game if you live in the following media markets: Evansville, Indiana, Indianapolis, any media market in Indiana, and any of the New England media markets. That includes Burlington, Vermont, Portland, Auburn, Maine, Presque Isle, Maine, Bangor, Maine, Springfield, Massachusetts, Boston, Massachusetts, Providence, Rhode Island, and Hartford, Connecticut. So yeah, and then last game in the early window we've got is the Las Vegas Raiders and the Jacksonville Jaguars. That game will be called by Andrew Catalan, James Lofton, and Aditi Kinkhabwala. And the referee for this game will be Bill Vinovich. And you will get this game if you live in the following media markets: Eugene, Oregon, Boise, Idaho, any media market in Utah, any media market in Nevada, any media market in California, Tallahassee, Florida, Jacksonville, Florida, and Savannah, Georgia. So yeah, now let's talk about the late games. First up, we've got is the Los Angeles Rams and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's a rematch of a division playoff last season, but the Bucs lost to the Rams, who eventually won Super Bowl 56. And that game will be called by Jim Nantz, Tony Romo, and Tracy Wolfson. I find it odd that this game's on CBS because usually this game would be a Fox game since the road team is in the NFC, and Fox does hold the rights to the NFC conference. So yeah. Anyway, the referee for this game is Sean Hockley, and many of you are going to get this game. Actually, I tricked you. All of you are going to get this game, much like in Week 7, where all of you got the Bills and the Chiefs game. Here you get the Everybody gets the Rams and the Bucks. There you go, nationally televised. Bazinga. And finally, we got the Monday Night Football game to talk about. We've got the Baltimore Ravens and the New Orleans Saints. It's in one of my favorite stadiums, the Caesars Superdome. I love it because it's a dome. And then that game, of course, will be called by Joe Buck, Troy Aikman, and Lisa Salters. And the referee for this game will be Brad Rogers. And in Baltimore, you will get this game on WJZ CBS 13. And in New Orleans, you'll get this game on WVUE Fox 8. So yeah, thank you all for watching. And before I go, I would like to let you all know that please, if you are eligible, if you are 18 and older and are watching this video, please vote for who you would like to serve as your state, city, and federal official. So yeah, so thank you all for watching. Happy General Election Day, and I will talk to you guys next week for Week 10. Later.